Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here again and welcome back to the Windhoek Showgrounds Plaza Hall, the magnificent arena for the Region 5 Indoor Volleyball Games. We are here in the commentary booth, myself, Weshitile Nkoto, the lead commentator, and joined by Sakeus Shaningi, my co-commentator. We are going to a thrilling conclusion of day 2 where the host, Namibia, is actually hosting and taking on South Africa, who has not played a game yesterday due to the absence or the unavailability of the Republic of Zambia at these games. But we are in for a thrilling encounter, Sakeus. It's going to be a showdown. We are seeing the boys warming up. What are your takes here?
My takes here, I would say Namibia really went back to the drawing board there, and they will be coming back here with a new lineup, I think. And South Africa being the first game they are playing, don't really know how their gameplay is, but I am waiting on to find out.
Yes, indeed. We are set for an electrifying showdown as the home team is going to face their fierce rivals, the Republic of South Africa, there in what promises to be a spectacular clash on the court. As you've said, the team Namibia regrouping, re-strategizing, and hopefully this time coming to play after that 3-0 loss to Zimbabwe. Namibia showed some remarkable skill and determination yesterday at the opening of this tournament, and we're hoping they will bring their A game to this highly anticipated matchup. Namibia in itself, or the boys, are passionate, rallied on by the home crowd that has come on here, who are just edging on the girls who unfortunately lost their match to Malawi, but are eager to showcase their talent and resilience. There is a sense of resilience in those boys. We're talking to some of them yesterday, the likes of Nahenda, the likes of Kamati, Namwandi, and the whole lot of those boys just telling us that they need to come back and prove to the nation and to themselves, their parents and their school teachers and their coaches, that they were not a fluke to be selected for this Pacific tournament. The teamwork and spirit is one that they have indicated to be on a high, and they want to shine, and the aim is for a first victory on home soil, being edged and led there obviously by the likes of Shindiba and then the Kamatis as the attackers. We are yet to see what they had to bring. Your views, Sakeus?
Indeed, and really hoping that the game become electrifying as the one for Zimbabwe and Malawi, where Zimbabwe took the game at 3-0. Can't really wait for this game to get on court and to get right away there, with both teams, as you can see, warming up the spikes there, warming up the sets there on them to get onto the game.
Indeed. South Africa themselves are known to be a team of speed, agility, and tactical prowess. We have seen that being showcased by the female team at this tournament, dominating play yesterday against Mozambique, and then today nearly annihilating the Republic of Botswana's girls there, crashing them to a 25-5 in the first set, and then just cruising and easing through the second and third set there. We know that they've got a blend of young, experienced players that have grown through the ranks of the under 13, 14s up to 17 level. Now they are here together again at the under 17 level. South Africa in themselves are ready to give their all and make a statement in their first match at this tournament, given the absence of Zambia, who they were supposed to play against yesterday. The teams, obviously, as you said, are on their warm-up stages there. And then from that warm-up stage, setting the atmosphere, as we can see the electrical spikes there from, that is jersey number 9 for South Africa, Giavino Charlton, and we also saw Naidu, jersey number 10, the captain there, coming in with a powerful hits on position 4 and 2 in their warm-ups. And now as they are on serve, you can really see the tenacity that they are showcasing, that they want to get this and over and done with. But Namibia themselves are not going to take this laying down. They're not going to rest on their laurels, obviously, Sakeos. The boys, who do you highlight out there given their performance yesterday?
From the performance of yesterday, we had the key player of Namibia, the number 11, Lazarus Kamati, being dominating as he finished the game with 0 blocks, making points there. We also have our blocker, Lebereki Chino, with the good blocks there yesterday here and there. We also have our blocker, Kanyeva, all the way from Rund, making sure that there's a great wall there on the net. And these are some of the players that we are going to have here with Velem Shikongo, number 1, Matthews Nehenda, number 4, Zema Nambiga, the captain, number 12, Linus Mbura, number 2, Lazarus Kamati, number 11, Silas Nekongo, the libero there with number 3, Sakaria Namwandi, number 10, Kalembe Edward, number 8, Matthew there, number 6, Kanyeva, the great block there, number 9, Lebereki Chino, there, the silver medalist of Namibia in the beach volleyball, number 7, Joseph Ngolo with number 5. That is the 12 players representing Namibia in today's game, or should I say in this region 5.
Oh yes, indeed. And for South Africa is highlighted there on our screen. Drudlu Nkosikona, Latlas Sheridan Mabila, Vusi Kanyeletu, Mudli Kiran, Chetwa Spesile Nolas, Mula Masa Tivon Zamosam Kelo Pabelo, James Caleb, Naidu Yashin, the captain, Adla J. Vino Calton, Cupido Jaden Cristiano, and Ichanga Zevandile Lindega. That's the lineup, that's the team sheet for South Africa. And obviously they are coached by none other than, that is Coach Yeb, who's the head coach. And obviously the boys coming in to close off the day with the singing of the national anthem, as we are seeing them line up there. And we are yet to see who are going to be the starting 6 for these boys. Namibia have the home crowd on their side. South Africa, having their netball girls on the other side, obviously will be edging them on, but the volleyball girls are out there in the crowd. You can see it's all green and the spectators there when they are taking the center floor. And it is going to be a massive, massive spectacle. The curtain... yes, as the request there is coming in for the spectators just to rise. This is going to be the finale of the day 2, and they are going to close or bring down the curtains for this day 2 match. And it's best having the brotherly neighbors South Africa and Namibia doing that. And we're going to rise and stand for Nkosi Sikeleli, the national anthem of South Africa, and the spectators there just honoring that request as we listen in. Yes, indeed. Kosi Sikeleli is the national anthem of South Africa, now honoring the Namibian national anthem. And you can see the enthusiasm on the South African boys there, Sakels, really eager and ready as we sing Namibia, land of the brave. Indeed, Namibia, motherland, we do love thee, and the boys are there ready to just honor the brave boys of the country, and we are going to have a magnificent game at our hands. South Africa eager to prove themselves, as I said, Sakels, and we are in for a humdinger of a match. Yes, fans alike are here from South Africa and Namibia, and also mutual fans from Malawi, Zimbabwe, Lesotho, Botswana, all in this hall. Looking on eagerly to see how this is going to pan out in terms of the log standing, and as well as supporters just from the volleyball community in Namibia and South Africa out here to watch. Whilst you're waiting for the rotation, this is not going to be a thing of friendliness, the good neighborliness that we are known for, but it's going to be hard, barraging hits on the court, as we had witnessed with Namibia and Zimbabwe yesterday, and the boys are going to call a number on each other here today. The players have trained hard. Their teamwork and spirit are sure to shine here, and they aim for victory, both on the home turf and South Africa just wanting to upset Namibia on their home turf, and Namibia wanting to upset South Africa whilst on the home soil.
Indeed, this will be a game to watch, and it will be a good game. Namibia here would not want to get their second win at home here, and here South Africa wants to get their first win there. That's the lineup they're given there. But it's the first 6 of South Africa is being called on court here, and I can see there's really a strong lineup here for the South African team.
Indeed, a big lineup. These boys are all measuring between 1.7 to 1.92 to obviously 1.94 being the tallest on the court, and that being the Jersey 2 Miller, Mason Tivon, just coming in at 1.993 and actually 1.94 Naidu, the captain, Yashin. And if you're sitting at home or somewhere driving around the capital city or the country, MBC2 is where you can find us, MBC TV Plus, and as well as our YouTube NBC channel. This is where you can get the Region 5 indoor volleyball curtain closer between Namibia and South Africa. If you are already settled into your living room or your bedroom, since it is cold and winter, sit back, chill out for your home country, and get ready for an unforgettable encounter here, brought to you by MBC and courtesy of the Region 5 game, as Namibia and South Africa go head-to-head in a match that promises to be filled with intensity, skill, and unforgettable moments. Before the referee calls it, we say, let the games begin, Sakios.
Let the games begin. Let's play volleyball.
And indeed, we are going to be playing volleyball. We've got first referee, Mr. Ngosa, Mahao Ngosa from the Kingdom of Lesotho. And we have the second referee. We're just trying to ascertain if that is Mr. Temweneni or it is the referee from the Republic of Zimbabwe. But line judges drawn obviously from the Namibian Volleyball Federation, and indeed today's match is not really scheduled as to who is going to be officiating that. Yes, the serve is with South Africa, and that is jersey number 8. Shridan Ladas is the jersey number 8 for South Africa. Good save, touch there by the libero of Namibia. Mati with the first point. Well, that's actually...
Dude, the captain there with the first point for Namibia. December jersey number 12 there. Placing it right over the blocks.
Indeed, and now that is Nagenda on the serve. Good touch by the South African libero. Easy ball, and the libero is really coming to play now for Namibia here, and Sindiba just reaching for that, and that's an outside ball. Namibia showcasing what they are here for, and it is a point for South Africa, and you can see jersey number 5 there just smiling all the way, and that's jersey number 5 for South Africa. That is Ntangase Bandile with a serve. Mati with a miss pass and getting back that ball and downing that very well. Railing on the crowd, celebrating on his own and not with the team. He's just trying to hype himself from the energy being derived from the crowd there. And Sindiba is on serve, jersey number 9 for Namibia.
All the way from Kavango is there representing.
A good touch and defense, but overpassed by the Namibian side, and again good recovery by Nagenda.
Wow.
Nagenda just pushing that out too high.
Placing it right over the baseline there.
And as it stands, it's now tied at 2-2. And we have the serve there on from the South African side is Mabila Vusi Kayaletu. With that save, a good touch by Nzamo Samkelo. Namandi coming with a good hit there, and it was a touch from Samkelo. Namandi, or the captain for Namibia there, being that is
Zemba Nambinga.
Videmba Nambinga is the captain of Namibia. A good touch again by Samkelo, number 12, going up high and just swinging it into that open position. Good set by Mbura, and number 2 of Namibia, and power from the middle by Naidu, and really utilizing his height there. And that is Naidu. Really working the middle there. That was a good pass, and
beautiful there.
Cutting off the block. Just trying to avoid jersey number 7's long reach there. And again, Namibia, the referee indicating something else, and the line judge indicating a touch. But referee last man with a decision there and indicating that no, that ball was not touched. Captains being called to order. Just to be explained the rules by the referee. Indeed, and the
As the
boys.
rules go there on that they are not allowed to spin or stand together covering the other side, the server. Beautiful
Kamati
attack there by Kamati.
going with power, giving Namibia a game here, and it seems the boys today are out to play. Mbura orchestrating that very well to the outside position on 4. Kamati lucky there that the ball was already out, otherwise he would have been penalized for over penetration. Good cover by the boys there.
Whoa!
That is
Beautiful
magnificent and
attack
electrifying. And the boy is feeling himself, and that's a junior out there.
Really.
Going for power, and that's a very good swing and targeting that position 5. Libero had nothing to cover himself with there. As I said, this is not a game of neighborliness or friendliness. As they say here in our country, Kapenariu Swarapa. Indeed, there is no more friendship at all.
This is a game and everybody here wants to win.
South Africa's first game, wanting to just get this in the bag. Namibia having lost one already, just wanting to get themselves sure. And you could see the volleyball enthusiasts there. Almost the whole volleyball players of this country are out here to watch. And really the boys on a mistake there by Samkelo. Samkelo serving the ball into the net, and the libero just telling him where to position himself.
Can South Africa give back?
Server is number 7. Good touch there. Libero out of system and pushing it out. Sindiba not reaching out high, far. A point made there by Mtangaze. Mtangaze just realizing Sindiba's hands are hanging without any reach and just placing it on his dropping hand, and point for South Africa. Start at 6. Good serve.
Wow.
That was an
Right
error there by the sitter, trying to do a combination play from the behind the blocker. It seems that the front player was expecting that ball outside on position 4 for power. Served by the captain of South Africa, Naidu there. And there is a net.
Really. Namibia really has to get their set on point here, as I can see the combination between the setter and the blocker really not connecting the.
Indeed, there is no connection there, but they need to rectify this early before it gets out of way. Good set out to power, and Samkelo again. Oh, actually, that is not Samkelo, but that is Dludlu Kosikona. The Kosi is not around here today, just putting that in the net indeed. Kosi is not here at all, but hoping that he comes back into game. And jersey number 12 putting up his number there for substitution for South Africa. And Mbura, the ref there, the setter for Namibia, just rating himself. They've taken off Samkelo and brought in Moodley Kiran, the South African coach. Good touch by the South African libero, and power there into the hands of Nahenda. And the young boy, short as he is, reaching out for that middle block, and actually not able to penetrate far enough into the South African zone, and the blocker just using his hands. Indeed, that was an overpass, and South Africa capitalizing on that and making a point. And that was Mabila Vusi Kayaletu. Substitution number 1 coming on for number 2 for Namibia. I think Bura being taken off there by Congo, alternate setter for Namibia. An outside serve by Sheridan, the setter for South Africa here today.
Henda there on the serve for Namibia.
This boy has got a calm head over him, that is Nahenda. Again, you can see that South Africa is trying to run that middle, realizing that Sindiba is always late. And hanging.
Yes, it is indeed.
And that is Mabila Vusi just putting the ball out of play. Out of system, and the libero just giving that a free ball. Congo trying to find Nahenda there, and Libero was covered there and could not get that ball.
South Africa
And,
giving a massive spike there.
I'm telling you, and Bandile and Changaze in an uncompromising mood at all. Good play by Sindiba, and he has come off, this game to just come and showcase what he could do there. And this is a young boy from Kavango East representing the far northern regions. And that was a good reach and a good downing ball, cutting off from the block. He's on serve, targeting the libero, and good pass there. Sheredin passing it out.
Placing
indeed.
right over there.
Jersey number 12 for South Africa. Moodley Kiran, who has just replaced Samkelo, making amends of that lackluster block from the middle. It's 10-12 or 12-10 in favor of South Africa. Shikongo pushing it out there and overpass and good, lovely roll by Kamati. He's becoming a bit cocky.
He is, because he's trying to tell the setter that he should put the ball out, don't push it away from the antenna. But it's volleyball, everybody is adjusting to the game.
Especially with the pace of this game, the setters are trying to adjust and trying just to get that long and tall block of
a serve there from the captain.
Captain Nambinga getting that ball on the floor without any good pass. Naidu just telling them, look, these are mostly loop passes, loop serves, so you need to be ready for them. Nambinga getting his second bite of the cherry. He serve. As a captain of the Namibian under-19 boys here at the youth games. They seemed very composed today. I think that's the commentator's curse. Nambinga goes and puts the ball into the net.
Putting it right in the net there. This game very, very, very tight here between South Africa and Namibia, as the scores now is just 13-12.
Good touch. William out to Kamati, and
Kamati hits it right in the corner.
Inside on the corner. And he is kind of not respectful to his teammates here.
Indeed.
Playing his own game, but he's not a one-man show. The boys are just efforting and trying to give him the best they could. And not even realizing he made a point, he's just walking away. Hopefully he will be talked to by his captain, because discipline is quite key.
Indeed.
Good recovery by South Africa. Nice recycled and
good up there.
Good touch. Nahinta.
Beautiful swing there.
Nahinta, the young
the
man.
ball is still in play.
Recovered very well and recycled by South Africa. Nahinta asking for the ball and
gives it.
Kamati putting that out.
Well, and the setter really, really also putting the ball too high.
Indeed. You see, they're trying to adjust to each other. Shimbura is out. And I think this is the critical moment now where the referee needs to bring him in. See the Namibian netball trainer there. Yeah. Good pass by the libero, and again,
beautiful.
That is
swing there by Lebereki Tino.
Tino, the beach volleyball player there, coming in with a very good swing from the middle. And I tell you, it is not easy.
Very, very fast, beautiful swing there.
As it stands, it's a Hamdiga of a match, as we said. A good swing.
What a line
that was a slide on D there. A quick ball to the outside. And Naidu just going on top and putting it down. Bashing the Namibian boys who had not expected that. Naidu, the captain for South Africa, with a serve. Libero with a touch, and that was a double touch. Actually a lift.
Lift
Naidu Yashin with his second point, following each other there. Sindiba.
Right over the captain there.
The captain just getting in the Sindiba's way, and that's losing track of that ball. There seemed to be a timeout call after that ace serve by Naidu. The coach of Namibia, that is Anthony Likando, well known as Sida, just trying to recoup his boys, assisted there by Coach Shumera. Trying to recoup the boys and telling them, look, we need to play. There is no time anymore here and the Namibian girls who have just given a stellar performance against Malawi, and your screen there, together with their team manager, Ms. Elizabeth Angala, also a former volleyball player for 11 Warriors. Indeed, now in the management and developing these young ones in Otjozundjupa region, particularly from the Grootfontein area. It's quite interesting how this is panning out now. South Africa just pulling away slowly but surely. But you could see Namibia is really putting in a fight. If it were not for those errors, this could be a tight game. Save still by Naidu. Nahenda with a touch there, asking for that ball, and the boy is going up high.
Right over the block there again.
That is a touch. Line judge could not call for that. Referee visualizing that was a touch, and indeed giving the score to South Africa. Naidu on his fourth point now. Nahenda being taken out there, and they bring in jersey number.
Jersey number 6.
Number 6.
Matthew.
Matthew being brought in there, going for power. Kamati.
Beautiful attack.
Good recycle.
Net
touch by the young jersey number 6 of Namibia. And as it stands, South Africa is closing and putting up a gap, closing in on that 25-point margin. It's now 19-14. It's a 5-point gap for South Africa, separating the boys from the men. And Namibia, Sindiba, really willing to play today. He wants to come and show those boys that, look, this is our home. If we have to die, we die for this country and on the soil.
Indeed.
No love lost between these two boys in terms of friendliness, sportsmanship, culture, which is the aim of the games.
Beautiful
and
attack.
For South Africa really working, being bashed there by Kamati. And that pass could not be recovered by his boys there. In your picture being Vusi, failing to really bring back that ball. Namibia clawing its way back in, and the boys.
Congo Velem smashes it in the net there. Joanna serve line.
That is Shikongo, jersey number 1, putting the ball in the net there and costing the team dearly. It's now 2016. It's becoming now a separation. The girls really edging their South African counterparts on here. A good set out and power. Good recovery. Kamati. Good touch.
Lays it right there.
17-20. The boys have realized that this is a tournament where we need to. And Nahenda coming back on.
He coming into service.
And this is a boy that is maturing very fast, very calm, got good leadership quality. Always very patient, you know. Good serve and targeting the libero. Unfortunately, good by Sindiba. Blocking Vusi there.
Free ball. Can Namibia make a point here?
Nahenda giving it to the captain and Kamati.
Kamati smashing it
by
in
Bandile.
Still in play here.
Good recovery. Kamati with a pass, asking for it again. And
beautiful set there by
Sindiba. Namibian boys really coming to play. Velem finding that coordination and synergy between him and Sindiba there. Could really see that Sindiba now
beautiful
really
set there
feeling
by
himself. And again a good serve by Nahenda, making it difficult for the libero. Bandile and Changase. Nobody to recover. Nobody to recover there, and I understand the blocker. He expected somebody to be there because he wouldn't want to come back for it.
Indeed.
But wow, Changa Sebantile with a very good defense there after that bash by Kamati, and South Africa leading 21-18. Quite interesting, good touch. Wow!
Beautiful attack there.
Wow, that was a massive hit. And the boy celebrates still on his own. I think it's something that the coaches need to talk to him about. It's not a one-man show. Bandile getting the bashing from Kamati all time
He really
around.
has to be celebrating with the team there.
This is what teamwork exposes now. He is making it a show for himself. Power there by number 7. That is Kosiko Natlutlu. Kosi is back and he's having it in his stride there. Serve is now by Vusi. Kayaletu is the one serving for South Africa. Long and out, and Namibia recovering, still within a chance. 2022. Unlike how Namibia played versus Zimbabwe, they are really edging on, and we see the female coach there, Ishitile Shumera, really edging the girls on, and we got one of the correctional service players there. Yebo Gogo is what they call it, and wow, Naidu. Woo!
Beautiful middle attack there by Naidu.
And that was a quick zero tempo there that he just went for, hanging and waiting for it to be landing in his hands, and the Namibian block didn't see him. But I say these boys are really going for power, and power is what is the crowd feeding off. And again,
still they are still in this game.
Corner putting that ball out. Not actually Kosi Corner, Vusi. Yes, it's Kosi Corner Tlutlu putting that ball out and playing as opposite. Service with Sidiba.
Serves it out there for Namibia.
Was that Kamati saving the ball out? That's the South African female ladies who got 6 points in the bag now. You can see Naidu Shuria there. Alexis Chantel also in the crowd. And obviously, again, it seems these boys are gifting each other. They say, look, I want you to hit us.
Take here and give me.
Give me so I hit you. It's 22-24. One more for South Africa. And that is jersey number 7 for Namibia on serve.
Tino.
Beach volleyball player, silver medalist. And that was a good rotation by the setter. Just missing it.
Miscommunication. I think he communicated with the blocker to come for a shot behind, but the blocker did not really trust the pass, so he decided, let me just go in front. And the setter, you know that's the one thing about the setters. When you give a call, you still stick to that call wherever the pass is. But sometimes as a player, you just think I should just move in front because the pass is bad.
Indeed, and the setter there let down by him being caught in 2 minds, but then again the attacker's not really just assisting him to recover there. Yes, and this, I don't know if this is now giving sweets to South Africa or how, but the song is just anything else. No pressure, more pressure.
More pressure, actually. And I don't know which side is it.
There is more pressure on both sides, and the crowd feeding off from that energy. Yes, we don't know who's giving who sweets. Maybe it's because of those erratic serves. They should be the sweets, and good save by Lebereki. And puts the ball out, and it's 25-23. South Africa takes it. This was an electrifying match.
It was.
Good spikes from Naidu. Good sets there by Sheridan. And Lebereki, he was targeting just that overhead from the libero. And whiskers away. Namibia going down 25-23. Magnificent play.
It was.
Will the strategy and the lineup still be the same?
I feel like that is still one of the strongest first 6 there by the Namibian team. They just really have to limit their mistake there. As you can see, they really had a good start there, but later on started making mistakes, and South Africa pulling away slowly there. Really just have to keep their composure, keep their play there, and they can really win this game. But on the other side, South Africa giving a good play there, not just giving it away to Namibia.
This is champions in the making, future volleyball stars in the making, and the boys really calling big numbers on each other there. And you can see that they are all out here to come and play, anticipating, and Shuria. Naidu. What a cut off from there. one thing that you have to see with the South African side, there is coordination in their steps when they go for block.
Indeed.
And in their swing, quite interesting and massive. And yes, you see Kamati with that contact there, going powerful.
Wow.
And just making a big hit. Awesome stuff there. Sintiba, boy, is tall with a good reach, but not being supported, and you could see him coming for that approach, killing that ball, going
short,
easy
yeah.
and too short, and just missing it a bit there. Quite interesting and quite awesome. Sharadine just setting those balls in the right channels, just equally as Mbura there, but was losing momentum a bit in this part of the set.
Really well.
You could see Samkelo and then Bandile going for the libero. Sindiba going too early, leaving that too open. And then Willem Shikongo comes in and makes a difference, makes good connection with both Sindiba and Kamati in the middle there and the outside. And those are things that we want to see. This is what we really want to see, these boys proving themselves. Wow, awesome stuff. These are things of champions, indeed.
Indeed, the Willem really connecting with the middle attackers. I feel like the number 2, the main setter there, was not really connecting with the middle attack there. And Willem coming in, making a bit of a change there, but they really just have to keep their composure and consistency in the service, then consistency in making points.
Yes, playing Tatabuti there, Okamkonda. We don't know now where is it going. Is Namibia coming with Okamkonda there to slash down the South African team? But indeed, the song fits the occasion. And it is indeed a slaughterhouse here today at the indoor volleyball games at Showgrounds Plaza Hall. And South Africa pulling a quick one on Namibia, 25-23. And it's the second set. The boys are ready to go. Riled up because of that first set and the energy that they are deriving from the crowd. Team South Africa led by Naidu and Team Namibia led there by Nambinga. Good touch, Sheridan out, and good block. Good recovery. Both sides there just in limbo. And
you can see there's a big change in the Namibian side as Willem Shikongo starts there setting, and Zakaria Namwandi now is on as the blocker. And the others stay the same there. So that's a good change there by the coach.
Awesome. South Africa just recycling that very well. Setter running away from the ball, and I think maybe a bit disorientated, not seeing their channels. And lucky they're recovering from that lift by the libero there. Still trying to identify who the setter for Namibia is. There's a Willem Shikongo.
It is Willem Shikongo.
But then he's just out of position.
Placed it right
again. Caught in two minds. Do I run in to wait for the ball in the middle? And the first thing that he's supposed to do is defend. There's a very young boys and Bandile, Changaze. Going for a jump serve there. Oh.
Takes it out.
That's a South African Airways a hit. I think he really wants to go back to OR Tambo. But the boy has been taking some hits from Kamati, so you have to forgive him. And that is Namwandi. Again, that very erratic serve from both sides. I think these are the sweets that they were referring to in the song.
Indeed.
And the boys giving each other sweets on service. We are still yet to see the sweets coming from the opposite and the outside hits or the middle in the set, but there were plenty in the first one. Good serve there by Vusi, Kayaletu. Kamati, good touch by Nahenda again, Kamati.
Yeah, this time given a dead block there.
That was a monster block. A combination of that is Cupido Jaden Cristiano, who is just also started.
And that's the first block by Kamati there. That's the first block Kamati gets in this game.
Kayaletu making this hall his home with the South African team, just leading by 4 points to 2. Good block, but not sufficient reach. And South Africa walking away with that. Those boys now trying to use different tactics to just make points from Namibia. Just using the hands, floating the idea of a powerful hit and just waiting for the Namibian boys to be retreating or dropping and making points there. That is Naidu. Naidu, the captain, Yashin. Boy comes in at 1.90 centimeters tall. Good set by Velem.
Wow.
That ball was seeking the corner. And Kayaletu Vusi reacting very late there. And that is the captain of Namibia, Nambinga, going with that powerful hit there. And then it seems there is a good touch by Nambinga. And again, that's a guy going for the quick A1 in the middle there. Not waiting for anything. When the ball goes to the setter, he's already up in the air, just waiting for it to get to his hands. The captain, Yashin Naidu, leading his charges. And this is just massive. Jersey number 4, Cupido. Libero far from
right
that
in front
ball,
of the libero.
Ace by Cupido. South Africa working on running away with it now. It's 6-3. And the coach realizing that I need to probably bring out some of the top guns. And then Cupido, Jaden being one of them. Serving outside.
That is also, he represented South Africa in the beach volleyball category.
Jersey number 8 for Namibia coming on there for the captain.
Jersey number 8 there goes by the name of Kalembe Edward, all the way from the north there, coming on.
Good save by Kamati.
Sintiba block there,
waiting for that, and he knew that the setter was going to try and
do that,
drop that on him, but he was visionary, realizing that he needs to play. This is the game that he needs to showcase himself. This is the time that he needs to prove that he is. You see Kamati and the libero getting in each other's way there. And now Namibia looking very vulnerable in terms of the defensive work at the back. Good front lineup, but then the back there a bit vulnerable because the receivers are not bringing the ball forward. Naidu.
Just too high there.
That was
for Kanyeva. Just too high there.
That's Kanyeva Shindimba telling the setter, look, let's try again. There's no love lost. We're here to play. 4-point difference for South Africa. And it seems the South African team is also really struggling to serve. Jersey number
Zakaria, they're coming
10.
back on.
Sintiba on serve. Zakaria back on court. Getting this serve right. Again.
Naidu is just unstoppable.
Naidu and Sheridan just getting each other right there from that front play. And you could really see that he went for that back quick one play and getting that ball. Namibia seemingly just a bit disorientated. Has the coach probably faulted on that rotation? Could he maintain the first rotation and see and probably gradually bring these boys back in?
Indeed.
And the team, good play, good touch. Nahenda
on the hit, but covered.
Out ball. The young boy really proving himself to be a force to reckon with, going up against those tall block of South Africa. And here's that backcourt pipe on one not working. Late jump there, good touch, good recovery. Libero playing it over. Kamati.
Oh, beautiful.
Good play. Not going for power, but being skillful.
He's still not
he's
celebrating
in his
with
own
the team.
world. Not celebrating with the team at all. And that is one problem that is going to cost him his game.
He has to, the energy has to stay within the team.
Yeah, definitely. Because it's your teammates that are passing for you, that are setting for you. Another error there, and the young, that is Moodley. Kieran just acknowledging his mistake there and saying, look, I will get this next time for the pass.
Willem just serves it out there.
Willem Shikongo, the setter, going power. Sometimes we just need to be tactical. And missing that, of course. That's a setter. Sheridan. Good touch by the libero, and that is out. Outplay.
Was that out?
It's outplay, but that was a good cut. He went very well, but the placement, just missing it out there. Indeed, a very good leap. Indeed, that was way out.
It was out.
Way, way, way out. Change. Bura coming in. Shikongo coming out. Namibian setters quite short. Very synonymous. Yourself also are a setter, isn't it?
Oh! Beautiful hit there from Lazarus Kamati.
Indeed, getting that one right, getting himself going. Good setup by Bura, and Kamadi just going between Cupido and that is Moodley Kiran. Good touch by Cupido. There was no block there.
Zero block.
There was no block at all, and the setter had no option but to put up a one hand there because he was not sure where to defend or cover. Changa Sebandile on the serve now, and South Africa running away with it, 15-10. Good touch for the first time of a good pass by Kamati, and he went with power, going overboard and causing his team a point there. 1-0, it's South Africa leading, 16-10. South Africa still in the lead on the second set. Good set. Kamati calling a big one there on Kayale too. Really telling him that no, this is not your home, it is our home. And indeed, Kayale too, just wondering where that ball passed because he had reached over. But Kamati cutting really way far off his right hand there.
Zakaria on the serve.
Good serve by Zakaria. Cupido, good touch.
Good it up.
Kamati asking for it. Good spin and a good recovery by the libero.
Good right over. Good up.
Good play and placing it in the libero's hand, and Sheridan Beck. And good block by the Namibian boys in Diba.
Beautiful there.
Namibia. This boy feeling himself now.
He is really feeling himself.
Indeed.
He is the guy he thinks he is.
He is the guy he thinks he is for sure. That was a good leap also. Really reading the court and realizing that the whole South African team has come in within the 3 meter to defend. Again, that's number 10, Amandi with a serve. Good touch by Cupido and Sindimba. Ball came over. He was just inches late to take off, and seconds late to take off, and as a matter of fact, coming down with that ball. But you could see there is structure today in the Namibian team. But look at that excellent vision of Sheridan, looking at his blocker as to how he's approaching before making that decision. Again, Sindiba well recovered by the setter there, and then bringing it over.
Yes,
indeed.
That was over.
That's a backcourt violation. Yes, that's a backcourt violation. Yes. Oh, impressive. And this is the young Edward.
Edward on the serve here.
Young Edward on the serve. And we just hope that he brings Namibia within. Good touch by Cupido.
Wow! Blocked there this time by Kanyeva, saying no pass for you this time. I am there.
Indeed. Trying to get, and he got a big block on Sheridan, actually on Naidu.
Indeed.
Following him all around there, and the boy has now come to play. Quite interesting and massive stuff, and you just have to exclaim, you just have to sigh and say, wow, this is beautiful stuff from the Region 5 Youth Games.
Indeed.
Coming to you live on MBC2, MBC YouTube channel, MBC TV Plus, and all our social media handles. And if you are just within the vicinity of Maromo, come to the showgrounds, Plaza Hall Arena. This is where it is all happening, and the focus is entirely on volleyball, and everybody is on the stand. The most exciting court, bringing the booms and the massive hits. I mean, that was just a monster block by Kanyeva. Good work again, and Edward on the serve, trying to rally Namibia in within, and it's 3 points now difference. Good serve.
Oh. This time just going through the blocks there again. But I like
looking at the shorter side of the block there. That is Naidu.
I like the South African setter because he makes sure that he gives you the ball even after you get blocked or hit out. He makes sure you make the point. That builds up the player to keep playing.
Yes, a tall man going with a good basketball roll there, and you could just see he's just not bothered, enjoying his game.
He is. You can see the face there. There's no pressure there.
Definitely. Kamati, hopefully he will get the save right, and wow.
Yeah,
That was a good serve. A serve. And it's a jump serve. Namibia now clawing their way back in, the crowd starting to believe. The Namibian crowd there, the South African crowd, separated by the blue and green.
Indeed.
And as I said, we are friends. We are neighbors, but not today. The friendliness on the court has totally dissipated. And Kamati going for a wild serve there, inches off the baseline. And it's 3 points difference, 19-16. But the boys are fighting today, Sakeus.
Indeed, they are fighting this.
Good touch by the libero.
Nice there again.
Asking for it again. That is
again there.
Good.
Nahenda with the hit.
Nahenda there.
Yeah!
Yes. The young man reading that very well, and he's got the makings of a good and formidable blocker. If he just continues to be groomed very well and plays with a good coach, he will be somebody that is to look out for in the Namibian volleyball arena, as well as Kamati and the likes of Nahenda. One thing about his game is a service. He is so unfortunate with his service.
He is indeed.
He's very needs to work on his service, but wow, excellent play for him there. But you can see he's still young, still getting to learn the trade of the game. Born in 2007.
Oh, an overpass then. South Africa makes an easy point there.
2017, and it's a timeout call by
Namibia.
21-17, timeout call by coach Anthony Likando then. Wow. These are things of champions. This is what champions are made of, from the youth level up to their professional or senior level. And these boys are proving to be worthy contenders of making it in the first lineups of the big teams here in Namibia and in South Africa, because they are really showcasing. Kamati driven there by the song. You see the likes of Amtenya, Pius Kavare, Mwita, and big volleyball players that are here and just coming out to support the boys. Indeed, it's the land of the brave. Volleyball is a lifestyle here in our country, and we aim to always keep the ball flying. And here those boys are indeed making it such a memorable event for everybody that is a volleyball enthusiast. Again, Kamati, but Naidu. Naidu well relaxed there with that pass, and you could see his celebration like, wow, I did that, and my boys just went and made a point. Kamati on the other side with a good hit, but could not recover that hit from Cupido. The combination between Sheridan jersey number 8, Cupido jersey 4, and Moodley 12, and Naidu is just magnificent. Delayed and now giving a free ball, going out and to Banti Changase, but good recovery by the setter. Kamati taking a full swing, and again Cupido with a pass.
Another one.
Good block. Wow, setup. Look at him calling on the crowd and say, hey girls, call our numbers then. Sheridine.
He should be having somebody in that crowd.
I mean, it's just the love of the team. It's just the love of the team.
It is the
love.
You know,
they were edging on their girls. They were edging on their girls there. And now just saying, look, we need you now here. Support us. And Kamati trying to go for that roll swing and putting the ball in the net. One disadvantage with him is once he just falls on the hit, he falls back and becomes very dejected. South Africa just needing 1 point, and it's Naidu, the captain Yashin, on serve. Targeting and going for that and trying to get into that position of 5 and 6. But Nahenda and Edward reading that very well, and the ball is out. Kamati on your screen there, blaming himself probably, and it's the psychology getting to him. He doesn't take...
it's a mind game.
Yeah,
you really
very
have to
easily.
Beautiful
Sheridine.
second attack.
Changas, a nice role play there by him. Good set! Namibia, the boy went and puts it out. Edward.
Hits it out.
Edward Kalenga, is it?
That's Edward Kalembe.
Kalembe, the South African girls, you can now see them calling there Lindo Kutle, the blocker there, and Naledi celebrating. Alexis there, and Frolik, Annika. Quite interesting games here. And Sakeus, as you take us through the replay, are we going to go to a 2-1 set, or is South Africa going to finish this off now and we all go home? Your views?
I am positive, very positive on to the boys there, because they are showing some good play comparing from the game they played yesterday here. But South Africa also showing some strong moves here. As we see there, Coach Mutaza also trying to say do this and do that there, here and there. But then the boys, I'm very proud of them. They are playing better than they played yesterday, and they will give a better game in this third set. But I don't think South Africa will really just give it away there, because they really have a good defense in this game. Yeah, I am positive here for the boys. The crowd also here, Namibian crowd also here, a bit too quiet for the boys. You know, sometimes when you play, you get the energy from the crowd, and they are home, and the crowd is there, but the crowd is not, giving up energy to the boys for them to play their best that they can here. So you can see the spectators there looking on, praying that Namibia comes back stronger in this game, as they don't want to go home now. Pass errors here by Namibia, and they are really having some errors in the pass. Good defense there. Lazarus goes up and makes a point. He's such a point machine, but you can't play the game alone, and that's why you're 6 on court. Everybody has to bring their A game, no matter how far the points are. Good swing plays there by Lazarus. Goes through the block. Indeed, South Africa also having some good attacks here. Is Namibia going to come back strong and keep the crowd here, or is Namibia going to send the crowd straight home from this set? Easy. Indeed, this is the Region 5 Youth Games 2025 hosted by Namibia. We are here in Windhoek and also Swakopmund. If you find yourself in Swakopmund, go to the stadiums where they are athletics and swimming for the countries there. Number 8. and number 10, Nado, are really having a good connection there. That's why they are having such a quick attack. So you can see the netball president is sitting there in the crowd, coming to support the volleyball boys here.
Yes, this is the deciding set for both teams. Namibia having to come to the party now here for them to take this to a fourth set. South Africa wanting to just finish it off to go back to their resting place and reflect on tomorrow's game against Zimbabwe, which is also going to be another massive and thrilling game. Both teams are powerful, having powerful hitters. Both teams having good structured block. But Zimbabwe surely analyzing this and seeing how they played Namibia yesterday. Analyzing how South Africa is, having some open gaps in the block there and on the court defense. Sharadin getting us underway with a good serve there. And Nahenda, that was Kalenga trying to, and that's inside. Quite a lazy swing there by the South African player. And that is jersey number 3, Kayaletu. Still intends on making this arena his home. The South African home, which is not wrong. And Sharadian. Shridan, actually, that is his name, Shridan. Getting that right, and a point for the South African boys. A good touch, overpass, and getting on top of each other here. The Namibian team seems to be losing the plot now, and as it stands, that ace serve, South Africa leading by 3-0 in 2 sets to 0. Shridan comes all the way, or hails from the KwaZulu-Natal, possibly from Durban. That was a lift by the Namibian boys. They seem just to have been out of sorts. It seems the 2 sets have drained them. Error prone there. Shridan still on the serve. That was an error by jersey number 6 for Namibia. Good touch by the libero. Nice cover. Shindimba. Good anticipation and timing. And just bringing his boys back and say, look, let's play. And that number 6 is just encouraging them on to say, guys, we can still make it. We can still get this going. Good save by Kamati. Shiradin out there, and Bandile Shangaze. I'm telling you. Bandile Shangaze is also, and you can see Shridan is surprised. Like, how do
you hit that in the net?
I gave you a clean sweep. All you needed to do is mop the floor with the ball. Kamati. Again. There's one thing about Kamati's game. Once he makes a fault, he comes to the team. Yes, when he's on song, he runs away.
Indeed.
Uncharacteristic of him. We're just trying to identify number 6 of Namibia there.
His name is Mbongo Matthew.
Another ace serve. Bandile Nchangaze making up for that era of a hit. Nchangaze.
5, they're still on the serve.
Too short for Sindiba, putting it into the net, and now South Africa running away with it, and now 7-2. The captain Mbinga there just edging the boys to play.
Indeed.
Nchangaze on the serve. Good touch. Libero having realized what Kamati wants to do there.
Lands right back.
There is a net touch or net violation by the Namibian team, and
he's a net there.
Indeed, yes. That's Nambinga touching the net. The girls now like really baffled to say what happened to the boys. They were performing very well. They were just in each other's channels there. Kamati could not attack, and again almost a clean set.
Just using
Kamati showing some indisciplined tendencies there.
Indeed, you can't really be bouncing the ball like that. Even if you're under pressure, you really still have to keep it cool.
Indeed.
As we are home and we need to be showing some good discipline there. And on
Good
the
role
beautiful
play,
swing.
overpass. Kanyetu just making a meal of that. Good touch by Kamati, well recovered.
Locked back there.
Look at Sam. That was Kayaletu. Kayaletu Vusi. And South Africa now running away with it. The boy is quite tall.
He is.
Indeed, he is tall. Standing at 1.90 centimeters. I just born in 2008. And that is Kayaletu Vusi Mabila. Sindimba just missing there. Cupido just missing that step of his, but adjusting quickly and realizing there is a gap there and there is a dropping hand and just placing it. Substitution, Willem Shikongo being taken off and Bura coming in. And you can see Sindimba and Nambinga talking to him as to what they would want in terms of the set. And there comes the lead orchestra of the Namibian team and a first good set out there. Wow. Again, Kayaletu just sleeping.
Good attack there by Mbongo Matthew.
This boy is just too cool. It's him and Nahenda. They are just too relaxed. They know.
With the height, but they still have that jump.
Good serve by him.
That is a carry.
Good reception by. That was a good touch by Kanyetu, and it seems there was a violation there from Cupido. And he's getting clean sets.
He is.
Sheridan really seeing him there, but just messing up. Yes, that is Moodley Kiran. Moodley Kiran just going on Tino there, making a point, and that's Kayaletu on your screen. The big blocker for South Africa.
Everybody expecting somebody to pass this for them.
Definitely, they were all readying themselves up to go and attack that ball. And Namibia fighting their way back here. 6. Good touch. Good play there. Nice, but that shot, man, there. That is Mbura asking for it now. Wanting to give it to.
Beautiful bounce there.
Wow.
By Tino.
Tino just coming there, just showcasing how powerful he is.
Having a smile.
Not at all.
Just too serious. He really wants, because he knows there's still a lot of points.
Going on Kieran there. Actually going on Cupido, Jaden. And passing quick and good touch by the libero to Shridan. Good recovery. Nice roll, and Namibia walking their way. Nahenda. No, this is now. Oh, indeed. This is Matthews. Hyping up his boys, telling them, let's play. We can get somewhere. 7-11, that is. And you could see Naidu Yashin was not expecting that. Tall man could not get down. Out ball. And these two short boys, Tino and Bongo,
they're hiding in the
they have reach, forcing the attacker to really go wide.
With number 2 really reaching up there, and Tino really also putting a high reach there.
So they call it day 2 and they say now Tunoku Saka, and indeed on the court they are going down, and going down they are. As young actually Top Cherry is saying, this boy is really going down, as you could see there with the libero. But the South African side failing to. Maybe they should play for them a similar Mapiano song just to realize what they can do. Shridan, Cupido and Naidu in discussion there to say, look, we need now to stop this. we are allowing them to get closer. But the Namibian boys seem to be in an uncompromising mood in this set. They really want to showcase their talent.
Oh, come on, Namibia.
It's the downfall of the Namibian team.
Yes,
It's
indeed.
the downfall of the Namibian team, always
The
putting the
service.
ball in the net on serve. Cupido. Good touch out there and there is Mikasa on Naidu. Matthews feeling himself and look at the height.
Bongo, look at that height, and he is
And
such
he
a
is
big
going
reach.
big on Naidu. The guy is
Look at that jump.
1.90.
And Matthew Bongo
Actually,
just
1.94. And Bongo's height is ranging between 1.72. Again, Kamati.
come on.
Kamati.
Lays it in the net there.
You would expect him to kill this off,
Gee,
letting his setter down. Oh, shame there. He was trying to avoid
the block.
Yashin. And there we have Moodley Kiran. Good touch there. Some stuff.
Oh.
Nobody coming back, and Naidu reacting quickest. And everybody far from that recovery. That is Kiran. Moodley on serve. Good touch.
Good block there.
Wild swing by Tino, and Naidu was just expecting that. 59. Namibia stuck a bit.
Can they come back from
It's a
this?
6-point game, so it's very easy. They just need to contain the attack of South Africa. That's number one.
They are donated a point. Can they make the other 5?
5-point difference now, and the serve, we just hope Tino maintains the serve. Given his beach volleyball skills, you expect him to be able to be floating this dangerously to his advantage. And dropping it, but
Right there.
Bandile Nchangase just first going for a boost walk
Line there.
and come back to apologize and say, hey,
Look at
it
that.
is sport. He is clean. That's a 0 set.
Ooh.
And he goes and hits the Namibian captain there. But that's a magnificent set. Everybody thought that was going to go D, but he goes power, the young setter Shridan.
That's it. The setter really not pushing the ball out there.
Oh, indeed. I think Kamati was waiting for that ball. Far power. And that hat not coming in from Bura. As it stands, South Africa running away with it now. It's 7 points. And you can see Bandile acknowledging the call from the ladies there, calling his name, and he's just waving to them in a horn-like setup. Kamati getting to swing, and wow,
And it's out.
out swing, and he's on his knees.
What a line to hit there.
He just wanted to call a quick number there. Oh, this will be interesting.
For a
This
challenge.
will be interesting to see on the replay. Unfortunately, there is no challenge, and the referee has called it that the ball is out. Oof, that was massive. That was massive. These boys wants to kill each other on the
Let's
court.
see this replay.
Good hot
Goes
ball
up.
there.
Goes up and
Again.
Kamati gives another hit there. Wow.
Boys, you hit my captain, I'm going to come for you. And I am coming for you big time, he does.
Whoa,
and
right
he's going
over
for the
the
captain.
block.
Going for the captain over the block. I mean, it's quite interesting how Mbura is setting this up. And
That
young
is
man.
like you said, the downfall of Namibia.
Most of the
Service.
Service error. Shridan now just trying to visualize his lineup and seeing who's on the front. And I tell you, I kid you not, these boys have brought the fire and the heat on this court. Again. Good touch by Nambinga.
Yes, blocked there.
Monster block there by Sidiba. Representing, obviously, the whole nation and in particular the Kavango East region. And you could see his... Oh, actually it was the shortest of them all. The captain.
The captain there.
Just showing the boys at the back how you need to protect your boys. Good save this time around by Kamati. Ooh. Yes. Shridan going for that overpass.
Can Kamati keep the serve?
We're just hoping so. If he maintains going with that jump save and keeping it on court, it can be a dangerous weapon for Namibia and can be very, very, very catastrophic for South Africa. Good touch there by Moodley. A lucky roll off the bend there by Cupido, getting that point, but that was a good set by Shridan. You could see how his hands is set out, and the block just being too far away from the net, and as a matter of fact, gifting South Africa an advantage. That man Bandile Mchangase reminds me of Prince Machika from
boys.
A forward touch. Forward touch.
Nahenda comes back on. The crowd there really being silenced by the South African team.
Nahenda taking out Mbongo Matthews. They're just trying to shore up on the pass. Bandile going for a jump save and puts it wild. He's also one person who's very erratic on the saves, and you can see sometimes you think he's doing it purposefully because he wants to come and hit. Wants to have a good contest.
You can't smile when you serve out.
Not at all. But then again, they are in the lead by some margin. Good touch there. Bongo going with his feet there and just delaying the guys who wanted to go and recover. Namibian libero, number 3 there.
As number 7 goes out and number 5 comes on, who goes by the name Joseph Ngolo.
Joseph Ngolo replacing Tino Levereki. The South African team, they're also not very effective with the service. You could think that they are being purposeful, but you'd want to close this off. And just indicating to his teammates that, hey, I just touched it with a thumb. I didn't have a full contact with it. Captain Nambinga. Oh my goodness.
Namibia.
This is the illness for the boys of Namibia. Most of the time when they have advantage on serve, they put the ball in the net or outside, and making it a no contest for them here in this third set. South Africa walking away with it now. It's a 2-point game. Good touch by the libero.
Sets are not really knowing on who is going to
missing Golo there. And it is a 1-point set point or game point for South Africa. Namibia having 10 points to go. Can they hold South Africa in this?
Can they?
That's a big question. And it has been done. It is possible. That ball was in.
It was in a good series, right in the corner.
That ball was in, and I do not know, or maybe it's my eyes on the screen. Ball was deep in the corner.
Right in the corner of Namibian court there.
That ball was on the line.
It was on the line there, but you know.
That's a foul play by the South African back court player there, touching the line.
Look at that.
Nahenda putting the ball in the net, and as it ends, ladies and gentlemen, South Africa taking that. The boys just calling each other and say, hey, come out here. Let's have a big celebration. But you should appreciate the boys of Namibia's efforts.
You can see Lazarus there in tears because he knows it's a second win there for the second lose there for the Namibian team. And if they really want to stay in this game, it means they really have to go win their next 3 matches, which is actually going to be tough there because they are going down there with 0 sets. Can Namibia still keep the composure of winning in their next games here?
Indeed, and the coaches there just showing love to the boys. And Kamati Lazarus really performing greatly there, but we should say it was a good performance from both sets of players and both sets of team, and they have to bring their A game again tomorrow against the opponents. Namibia losing it there in straight sets. A whitewash it was 25-23, 25-18, and gradually 25-16, going down by every set. after putting up a stellar performance in the first set, and South Africa taking this one 3-0 at the Region 5 Youth Games. It is what the African Union Sports Council intends to foster brotherliness, neighborliness, cultural exchange, and sportsmanship. And indeed, it was a fun-filled day here today, where the first match on the court was Angola versus Mozambique ladies team. Mozambique taking it 3-0 there, and then we had the match between Lesotho and was it Lesotho and South Africa?
It was Lesotho.
No, South Africa and Botswana.
South Africa and Botswana.
South Africa taking that in straight sets, 3-0, with a first set which was the lowest score of any set,
actually,
and the fastest game, actually 40 minutes between any match. Losing out there 3-0 was what we call what was Botswana, and the third game was Lesotho and Zimbabwe. That match going in favor of Zimbabwe 3-1. Namibia female team following through with Malawi. That game going to a tie break. Namibia losing 3-2 there. In the boys' game, the most built game of the day, which was Zimbabwe-Malawi. Not going as the fans expected it to go. Zimbabwe taking that straight sets, 3-0. And now here Namibia and South Africa bringing down the curtain on this eventful day 3. South Africa taking it 3-0, and we are in for a humdinger of matches again tomorrow here, where the female games are still to start tomorrow, before we have a nice game between Zimbabwe and South Africa. Namibia, as it stands on both gender, really sitting at the bottom of the log with 0 points, but they've put up stellar performances. South Africa's first match here with Namibia, propelling them somewhere in the middle of the log with 3 points, and as it stands, Zimbabwe in the lead, undefeated so far, winning all their games 3-0, yet to be tested tomorrow by the second toughest team or the first toughest team. We are yet to see South Africa, and Malawi standing on 3 points, and with today's loss they could have also probably forced it to a tie break, but boys also giving up easily there. It is the Region 5 Youth Games, courtesy of the African Union Sports Council and the sports commissions and sports federations of all these countries in Southern Africa, brought to you live by the Namibian Broadcasting Corporation and Namibian Sports Commission, Namibian Volleyball Federation playing its role here in the indoor volleyball. And you could see the South African boys there on your screen celebrating after that cool down. Very happy with each other, and they really did put up a stellar performance. Quite magnificent indeed, showing there by the South African boys and their coach. Quite relaxed, not having any pressure. And just like that, the arena is clearing up, because it's almost 8 o'clock. And as we're gearing up to close off on these highlights, we could see there Mozambique in the first game that we had at in the morning at 08:30. The two Portuguese-speaking nations squaring off, and Ebo there on your screen, just trying to get her girls going. But then there was some impressive play by this young lady, De Jesus Meka, and combination of De Jesus and Tembe was just quite dangerous for Angola. That was Tembe there with the white bandana, the jersey number 6, killing it for her team. Mozambique taking it 3-0, and De Jesus there just getting herself going. And Fastudo, jersey 11, playing a very silent and remarkable game, not really making critical points, but just defensively working her socks off for her team. We had the second game there. That was Botswana versus South Africa. And yes, obviously the captain, and that is Khomotso Mtusi, with that strut of a run, sure that she is going to get this one. And that was the quickest game of all days. 40 minutes it is recorded. And it was 25-5 the first set. And you could see the Asbonge combination with Naidu just getting into those right channels. In the third set, we had obviously Zimbabwe, Lesotho, and we had Zulu Chata coming off there with some good plays, a combination of heavies with Shiri Courage, putting up a courageous performance after that 3-2 defeat to Malawi yesterday. Zimbabwe, they recovered very well and defeating Lesotho, which was led by that is Letati. And here we have now the final game of the day, men's match. That was Namibia and South Africa. Shridan just going for those 0 sets, and the attackers a bit delayed there. And this boy, the vision on him, you could see he glances, see where Shurya Naidu is. That is now Naidu Yashin, not Shurya the lady, and goes and cuts through that middle block. But it's a vision of Shridan. Glance, sets, quick glances, and then just realizes where to set the ball. And in those channels, he makes it work. Quite interesting. And that is a wrap for the day. We are back tomorrow at the same venue.